All right, today I can find root solutions of the quadratic functions. Basically what roots are the x values when y equals 0. So basically we are finding our answers. So if we looked at here, if we had a graph that went below like this one and it goes through the x-axis twice, there's two answers for x when y is 0. Here's one answer, and here it doesn't cross the x-axis at all, thus there is no answer. So let's do these things as normal. -2 for A, 8 for B, -6 for C. Figure out the axis of symmetry, and again that is x equals the opposite of B over 2A. So it's going to be the opposite of 8 over 2 times -2, which is -8 over -4 or +2. So x equals 2. Then I know my vertex is going to have the 2. You got to figure out the y value. Let's put it into the equation, or the equation into the calculator, clear out the old, and we go -2x squared plus 8x and a -6. Hit second for the table. We're going to center that table around the 2, and my y value should repeat around that number as well. And sure enough, 0, 0, -6, -16. All right, so this one looks like 0, -6, 1, 0, 2, 2, 3, 0, and 4, -6. So it goes 0, -6, 1, 0, 2, 2, 3, 0, and 4, -6. Our graph will look like that. And where it goes through the x-axis in those two spots, that's going to be my answer for my roots. Oops. My roots are at 1, 3, and my vertex is at 2, 2. And then if I want to just make sure my graph is looking right, it looks very similar. There we go. All right, next one here. A is 1, B is 2, C is 3. So the axis of symmetry is the opposite of 2, and then 2 times 1, which is going to be -2 over 2, which is -1. So the axis of symmetry is x equals -1. My vertex will have -1. I'm going to see the table here, so I'm going to put in the equation, clear out the old. We'll have x squared plus 2x plus 3. Looking at my table, and I'm going to center around the -1, so my y values will start to double up around that. I will have, actually on this one I'm going to extend this table a little bit because I can fit these numbers on there without major problems. So -4, 11, -3, 6, -2, 3, -1, 2, where my vertex is, 0, 3, 1, 6, 2, 11. So -4 up 11, 1 dot up. -3 up 6, -2 up 3, -1 up 2, 0 up 3, and so on. And on this one, you'll look at it and going, it does not cross the x-axis at all, thus there are no solutions. So we'll just do an empty set, like so. If you said no roots, that should be okay as well. Next one here, A value is 1, B is 0, and C is -4. Axis of symmetry. Opposite of 0 and 2 times 1, so you get 0. Axis of symmetry is 0. That means my vertex will be at 0. Putting in the equation, y equals, clear it, x squared -4, second, and I'm going to center around the 0, so I'm going to have to scroll down one extra one here. There we go. I'm going to make an extra size cell and start at -3, 5, -2, 0, -1, -3. My vertex will be here at 0, -4. Let's put the -4 in before I forget. 1, -3, 2, 0, and 3, 5. Graphing that, 3 up 5, -2 up 0, -1 down 3, 0 down 4, and so on. My roots are going to be found at those two spots, which will be at -2 and +2. And again, it's where the y values are 0. What are my x values? -2 and 2. There you go.